Hey, welcome back to my channel, Duct Tape Mechanic. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the main control board on this newer style GE front load washing machine. So if you find this video to be helpful, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more DIY and tinkering videos. Alright, so here is the washing machine in question. These are notorious for board issues, often called board eaters in the appliance repair community. This is pretty much any sort of GE washing machine sold from around 2021 and up. So regardless of the submodel, most of these have this blue seal on the inside, this blue thing. So basically these have a tendency to, the control board on this has a tendency to fail very often. And this is often exhibited in two common symptoms. The number one symptom, that the washing machine is not draining any clothes. Now I covered in a video on what to do if this sort of washing machine is not draining. So I covered how to inspect for clogs and how to replace the drain pump. And you need to do those things first prior to coming to the conclusion that your control board is bad. Because oftentimes on this machine, the pump will short, which will cause the board to burn. So if you just go ahead and jump to the board immediately and don't replace the pump, you're gonna burn a brand new board, and they're not that cheap. So I will link that video in the description of this one so you can go and you'll learn my technique on how to inspect and replace the pump very quickly without disassembling the whole thing. All right, so the number two symptom of this happening is that the door air message won't go away despite you changing the door lock mechanism. Now I have a video on how to replace the door lock mechanism as well. It's like 50 or 60 bucks. Try that first. If that doesn't go away, you're still getting this door lock air, then you have an issue with the control board and you need to stick around and watch this video. And I'll also link that one in the description of this video as well, so you can change out that lock before you get the control board. Now, with a lock, it's not as devastating. So if you have a bad lock and you put in a new control board, it's not going to burn out the control board, but with a pump, it is key to replace the pump first. All right, so I will be providing parts, the control board parts for this sort of GE front load machine. I will be providing links to a reputable website. There's really only two different control boards, regardless of what submodel you have, and I'll provide the description and the exact board you need for the model you have. So you don't need to worry about that. That should show up in the description of this video. And if you have this particular model, which is the 850, I'll also put that in the description of the video, and I'll also make it so it pops up around the time I replace the board. So you don't need to worry about hunting the internet for parts. All right, let's get to replacing this thing. All right, first thing you need to do is obviously pull the power cord. Then after that, go ahead and pull out the soap dispenser or fabric softener dispenser by pushing this button in right here and just pulling it all out. After that, we're gonna be removing these 5 screws. They're a little bit hard to see, but trust me when I say there's a screw in there, one there, and on the other side there's another one in this slot and one on the bottom. All right, then after that, we need to remove the interface panel. To do that, we kind of got to push it to the right first, then pull it up at the same time. So you just kind of push and then pull and continue to push until it just comes off the clips right here. There we go. So as you can see, it's got these slots right here that go into these screwish type of things. And they got to go to the right first before they can come out. All right, with the panel removed, you don't actually have to undo it. You can just kind of put it so it's kind of out of the way there. We're just going to undo these 3 screws. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so with those screws removed, we should be able to go to the back and push it forward and out of there. All right, so then we're gonna come to the back of the machine, and that's where we have our control board right here. To get to it, first thing we're gonna do is remove this little plate right here, which is held in by 2 screws. 1, 2. After that has been removed, we're going to have 2 more screws that hold the control board casing on. So it's 1, 2. Then we're going to just flip it up and unplug it. Alright, so the next part is pretty much just unplugging all these connectors and doing some wire management. But you don't really have to take a picture of the connectors because they're all keyed in a specific way where you really can't screw it up. But if you want to, you can take a picture, or you can just refer back to this video if you like. But basically we're just going to be unclipping all of the clips, and we may have to cut some zip ties that are helping secure some of these wires, because GE probably thought that this machine was never going to have any issues. In total, I counted 16 electrical connectors you have to undo to get the board out. And then there's that one hose, which is a pressure hose connector as well. So 17 total connections. Yikes. All right, so here is the control board. Now, the website I'm gonna send link to, it sells these boards, but you will have to most likely reuse this casing right here and this little chip on top of it. That'll be reused. So to take the board out of this casing, you just kind of gotta pry up on this plastic right here, and it should come up pretty easily. Just one side there, and the other side is the same way. Then just like that, and then it should be just held in with a couple of screws. Looks like 1, 2, and 3 right there. And then this is the component or the part we're after. There we go. All right, so we got the replacement board. Now if you have this exact model number, which is the GFW 850, I will make it so the replacement board pops up around now in the video. So you can just click on that pop-up and order your board. This is pretty much the only place I know where you could get a brand new board for 150 bucks. So if you have to do this repair and you do it yourself, being down 150 for a machine that probably cost you 900 bucks, I think is not bad at all. If you have a similar machine but it's not the 850 model, I will go ahead and provide those links in the description of the video. And like I said before, there's really only 2 boards to choose from, and I will provide the links to both of those models. So both of those subsets of models. So it'll have the complete list, and you can just pick and choose which link your model falls under. Anyways, to install this is pretty simple. We're just going to be doing all the steps we just did to uninstall it, but in reverse order. There's really no special procedure you need to follow. So let's get to it. Alright, so after all of the electrical connections have been made, you just have to put these 2 prongs into the holes in the back of the machine to make sure the orientation is correct for the screws. That'll help secure it. There we go. And after that, you can just do some basic wire management and whatnot, just to make sure they're nice and tucked away. After that, we're going to put the cover back on. To put it on, you just got to put it up on the machine and slide it backwards until it clicks into the spot. There we go. Alright, so to install the control panel, or the interface panel I should say, first thing you want to do is make sure that these slots go over these pegs, then push it to the left. Then go ahead and put these 5 screws back on. Alright, then go ahead and put the dispenser back in. Alright, so that is how you successfully change the control board on a newer style GE front load washing machine. So if you found this video to be helpful, and if it saved you a lot of money, make sure you hit the thumbs up sign.